you can start the meeting, Holly,
Okay.
reporting. So we'll start our meeting. First thing I thought we would run through the action list. I kind of updated it. The blue is kind of stuff that's ongoing, and then follows with the white. And then I put some of the most recently completed items at the end of it. And I don't know if we'll make it to that or not, but really just if we have questions. So doing really well with the tracker. I got through, you guys had looked at most of them. We're almost at 400 now. People requesting absentee ballots. I have reviewed them all. I'll be signing the rest of them today. So we're all set there. Let's see, the next item, you guys had, thanks for folding all those ballots and packing all of them. Also, Sharon
It was
has,
600.
what was that?
I said it was 600.
600, okay, thank you. Actually, that's really good. So that puts us way ahead of the game. So Sharon has printed the new absentee ballot instruction sheet, and I will try to get over there today and start putting those in so that we can start mailing them out. We'll also be tracking that, who we send ballots to. I think that's also on here in one of these items. Yeah, the checkoff list. So I can kind of check them off as we mail them. Holly and Jay have worked on a plan for the outside, the layout. We'll go over that following this list, and we'll also draw the names of the for the candidates, so to identify which space they're being assigned to.
Okay, great.
The forms, you know, we did part one and signed all those off back in July. The instructions are, you know, kind of like ongoing. We're working those, writing those as we go. I'll update the briefing. Most of those will be contained in the briefing that we will give to the judges the day before. Let's see. Oh, so we're doing real. Holly, can you kind of go down so I can see that next item? There we go. So I've been working with Rick Dixon, and this is moving right along. I did have to fill out a new form for the state. Him and I did that on Monday or Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. And so we're looking fairly good there. There'll be the cutoff date that I put into the form was the 20 October, and that, I think that's when they'll draw the data and then send it to Rick. There is a hey Holly, there is a the estimated charge based on less than 5,000 voters for the town is $500. So the state may eventually send you a bill for that. Okay, so the next item, request voter list from county. I have already emailed with Paula Bailey, and she is working on creating our list. I'll be using that as a backup for the poll books. So that's actually our list like we're using now. Peggy, Dominic, you know, the one we have that we're checking the tracker against.
Yeah.
They'll be sending me an updated list of that. She's been working on it. I talked to her earlier this week.
Wow, cool.
I talked with Kristen, and we have coordinated what we're going to do about if people put the ballots in the wrong ballot box. So she lives down here, so she's the one checking the the ballot box over by the community center, which by the way is not there yet. It won't be there until October 17th. But she'll be checking that, and if she finds any of our ballots in there, and when we have our envelopes marked, our envelopes are labeled differently, so she'll be able to tell relatively easily. She will just go by and drop them in our ballot box. And
are we doing the same then for her?
And I would say after the 17th, we will do the same for her.
Okay.
We've only had a few of them so far, and I mean, I had like two, I don't know, 3-4 weeks ago, and I just put them in the mail for them. But yes, we'll just swap them out. We'll just hold them now and put them into their, me or Sharon or someone will just take them over to the Northeast Community Center and drop them in their box once they put it there, which is, she said, 17 October. Hey, I never really took much action on this American Legion and the fire department, and because I was a little leery about what we were going to say and it was confusing. So I thought it would be a better, since what we wanted to do in that was advertise the ballot, getting absentee ballots. I thought now that we've set the dates for our Saturday weekend pickup, that's what we should advertise. And I kind of wrote down the verbiage there that maybe we would use, but I'm open to, Peggy, you're better at that than me. So so if you want to change that any, I wanted to keep it short and simple and let it rotate through. But I thought maybe advertising that, hey, they can come request or pick up absentee ballots at town hall on those dates and time. That's what we should try to do.
Okay, great.
Any comment on that?
I'm looking. We're,
Are you, is this the wording right here?
Yeah, it can be, yes. Just that where Chesapeake Beach Mayor and Town Council election 3 November, request pickup absentee ballot at Town Hall, Saturday, 17 October, 24 October, 31st October, 9 a.m. to 12 noon. We can word it any way you want to. I just tried to put something in there to start based on other stuff you said.
I think that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be trying to finalize my diagram for the for inside the town hall for election day. I'll be putting the 3 containers in there in our election cabinet. If I have room, I've got to get some of that other stuff out of there.
I'm told it's full of hand sanitizer.
Yes, it is. I put all that stuff in there.
That's a good place for it.
Yeah. So we'll have 3 boxes once we start getting the ballots, because we'll have to keep those with the tracker. Track them as to who they come from, and keep the tracker up to date.
Yes.
Yeah, and then next week I'll start checking with on the 13th or so. I'll start checking with Gail and G, arranging for our when we're going to do the DS200 and supplies and stuff. Just kind of make contact with them.
I have one question.
Go ahead.
How do we know, what if someone comes to pick up a ballot but has had one already mailed to them?
Let's see. Okay, so we can have our tracker there, and that will tell us.
Yeah, all right. So then when they come in, we'll check their name.
Yeah,
And
we can do that.
Mailed it. But if they say they didn't get it, I guess we're just giving them one, really.
That's right. The thing that we have to make sure is when those ballots go into the containers are set up inside of our thing, we just have to make sure that we are tracking with the tracker and making sure only one gets in per. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We have to track those oath envelopes into our boxes and make sure that we're only getting, one per voter.
okay.
That's really how I plan on, policing that is at that end. Sharon has provided me a list of the streets and names and addresses and stuff, but it's pretty long, and it's got list every individual. And I want to try to condense that down to where it's like we used to be, where you could just look up the street name and as best I can, which numbers are which address numbers are within the town on that street. If it has addresses on that street that are not in the town, I'll try to call that out. That's the way we had it last time. It worked a lot better to have a very short 1-2 page list. This is like multiple page. It's, I don't know, 20, 30 pages.
Wow,
can't
okay.
You can't really deal. I don't know how many pages it is, but it's long. Basically, it lists every voter.
Well, yeah.
So, or every house, it lists every house. And sometimes multiple times if there's different people in there.
Yeah.
Okay, they'll schedule for procedures for absentee ballot date. Yeah, so we have to work on that too, how we're gonna handle absentee ballot day. I'll draw a diagram up for there, how to set that up, trying to make it an easy transition between the two. Our ballot weekends are scheduled there. Okay, 6 judges. Holly, can you start giving me a hand in finding the other 4 judges that we need?
Yes. Do you want me to start with our volunteer boards or committees first, maybe?
Whatever you think is best. Yeah.
So you need how many? 4?
I need 4 more. You can see the 2, Darlene and Caitlin are my judges, 2 of my judges from last time, and they've already confirmed.
Do you have a list of what they'll be required to do? Or the dates, like time, date, and what exactly is required of them?
Yeah, you know what? I do have that somewhere, and really, it's I will write something up. It is the evening before. We do setup, and we have training, and then all day on the 3rd. So there's a meeting on the 2nd. There's all day from 6:30 to probably 9 or 9:30 on election day. And then I'll want probably 1 or 2 of them. I haven't really decided how many. Peggy and I haven't really decided how many. We're going to wait and see how many absentee ballots we actually give out. And we will, so maybe 2 more of those 6 judges will ask to come back the next day.
Okay. And then any requirements, are they required to be a town citizen?
Yes, they are required to be a town voter.
Town voter.
Yeah, they have to be a registered voter.
Okay, maybe I'll put together a draft and you can just take a look at it and make sure there's not anything else you want to add.
Okay.
Requirements based on what you just gave me.
And I have a briefing that I give to them and swear them in and all that stuff, But it's got to be somebody that is easygoing and can put up with the public coming in. and
Whoa, you didn't mention that to me when I signed up.
Well, there's a few other things I may not have mentioned too, but You'll figure all them out, you know. Okay, so I forget where I was going, but yeah, I'll help develop a list. Okay.
So these will be people who haven't been judges before, correct?
Most likely, yes, because I've all the ones that were judges in 2016, I've already asked.
Yeah.
I guess, Holly, one of the biggest things is that, you know, they're going to be, even though I've put some COVID safety precautions in there, they're still putting themselves a little in harm's way by coming in there. So they have to be willing to do that.
Mhm.
We will have the facial screens up, the plastic screens. We've, as you know, we've ordered some of those. So for the registration, everyone coming in the building will be required to have a mask on. We'll have hand sanitizer at the door. So we'll maintain as best as possible the 6-foot standoff. And what I mean by that is people coming up to the table may be a little closer than 6 feet to where you're sitting. But I do have that screen. We'll have those screens set up.
Oh, wow. I didn't
help
know about
protect.
screens.
Yeah, I thought about that just the
Oh.
other day, Peggy, and I had
Mhm.
Sharon and then Marty ordered them.
Excellent.
So we have that as well. So we're going to be taking precautions, but I want to make sure they understand that, hey, you're doing this during COVID, you know, and all of, you know, I don't know how many people are going to march through there, but since we've only got 400 ballots, absentee ballots, you know, it may be 1,000.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Where else are we? Okay, so next. Holly, if we could go down just a little bit. Okay, so let's see. So I already mentioned that, you know, we'll get 1 or 2 other judges for counting absentee ballots, but it'll be some of the 6.
Mhm.
And then just sharing food on the day. Okay, so I have a couple of I kept a couple of the items on there that we have completed, but just so everyone can see, these are the dates it's supposed to be in the paper. I want to go over there and get one of those papers.
Yeah.
Already got a backup for that. We've already encouraged absentee ballots. We've got the envelopes we already have. Those we're gonna use those pens from the 150, was it 125 year celebration, but they printed them with 100, and so we're going to use that. Karen's got them put aside. It looks like this, and this is actually what we'll do is we'll take these caps off, and we'll just be using this pen. And so that should be fairly easy to sanitize, Peggy, and we'll have, there's plenty of them there. I don't know how many, but there looked like there were a lot, like 500 or more. But we won't need that many. I figured maybe we'd have 100 set aside or something like that. Sharon's got them over by her desk, I think. So that's what we'll use to sanitize. We'll have enough.
All right. Great.
That was your idea, Peggy, right? So we'll have
Yeah.
enough where we can just put them in a container, spray them, and keep rotating. Okay.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I was reading recently where they were saying, you know, one of the things you do to protect yourself against COVID is bring your own pen.
Oh, yeah, very good. Okay. All right, so let's see. COVID supplies. As you know, we have it all in the cabinet there. You know what I didn't add to it was the screens. That was a new thing that I
Yeah.
ordered.
That's a great idea.
Okay, and as everyone knows, we did rewrite the absentee ballot instruction and with used photos and And then Sharon copied those. I'll be putting some of those in the envelopes today, probably.
Are you going to use the folder?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Are you going to use the machine to do the folding?
No, you folded what, 600 so far?
No, I mean for the instructions.
No.
It's a great thing.
Oh, well, maybe we could. Yeah, you know what? I don't think they're folded. So I think I could use that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess they could be folded, but I can't imagine they did that.
Oh no, they're not. I don't think Sharon folded them. So I think I could go over there and fold that. That's a good idea.
Mhm.
No, I didn't fold them.
There you are. Yeah. So probably run those through the machine if they're not if Connie's not using it.
Yeah.
I wanted to say also that when you spoke about getting the paper to check on the advertisement for the election, I went and got the one, and I see the advertisement in there, and I see all the dates that they're going to put them in there, so it's A-okay with that.
Great.
Oh,
Thank
good.
you, Sharon.
I'll hold on to a copy of it so that I can put it in like the file so that we know that it was advertised and the dates that it was advertised.
Great. That's good. Okay. Thank you. And so Sharon, you do have all those pens by your desk, right?
Well, I do have all the pens, but they're not beside my desk.
That's okay.
You're holding them in your hands, right? All the time.
And I do have some other supplies in my office, the batteries for that hand sanitizer and
Oh, okay,
I think
good.
some gloves. Yeah, so.
Okay. All right. And so the next thing is any other discussions on this?
No.
No, not indeed.
All right. She's bringing up the map layout now. So Jay and Holly figured this out. I like the way they came up with the town is going to be providing the tents, and they're 10 by 10 tents. They're going to put them probably right next to each other. My feeling is that and we're going to provide a table as well. And my feeling is that they can stay within the 4 foot in the middle of the tent, and that way they have 3 foot on either side of them for each tent, giving you a 6 foot standoff. Jay was going to kind of put some lines down to kind of, mark that stand out.
Yes.
But yeah. So what I wanted to do now, you can see that where I don't know if can you guys see the diagram? Okay.
Yeah, we can.
So you can see the 1 through 8 for the town council, and the 1 through 3 for the mayor candidates.
Yep.
I think it's great to have them like that.
Can you see me?
Are you waving?
Oh no, you can't. That's right. You're on the phone, so you can't see me. I am going to draw the names for the spaces.
Okay.
So and I got my little paper here to write it down. This is being recorded, so everyone will see what came out.
Okay.
So right now I've got the 8 candidate town councils names inside a box. So I'm going to draw number 1. And the first one is Valerie Bowden. Oh, let's see. Fill that. There we go. So she's 1.
Okay. So is 1 on the left or the right looking at the picture?
Can you see you can't see the numbers. The 1 is closest.
Number 1.
You can see it?
Yeah.
How do you see that? Oh, Dominic can see it, and he pointed it out to me. Okay, got it.
And this is town council that I'm doing.
Yep.
And so the second one is Jaworski, Larry
Mm-hmm.
Jaworski.
Jaworski.
Okay, that's two. Oh, I should write them on this too. Okay, so let's write 2, 1. All right. So now I'm gonna pick the next one. And that's Kersey. So he'll be 3. And the next one, it's just one of them here, is Keith Ardiak.
Okay.
That's
Cardiac.
4. I'm pronouncing it wrong, huh? Okay. So So the next one will be Derek Favret.
Okay.
5. Next one is 6, and that's Evans. And the next one is 7, and that's Fink. And the last one is Morris, and that's 8.
Great.
Okay, so now I'm going to take these 3 and then there. Okay, so the number 1 position will be one of them here. Okay, number 1 is Mahoney.
I think you should be last.
It's just a pick, Dominic. It's random.
Okay, and number 2 will be Umbo. And so number 3 is Johnson. Okay, so that took care of that.
Great. Okay.
I like the way they have this thing set up, just for, we'll be mostly inside the building. Some of town, Jay will be there, I'm sure, outside, and also some of Public Works people will be out there kind of helping to direct people. You can see he's got the green for pedestrian, the red line for returning once you leave the building.
Uh-huh.
And you can see the route where they can enter by the parking lot there. You see those black lines, they can enter and go back into parking. Depending on the flow and how things are going that day, Jay may allow people to park in the area, past where tent 8 is, on both sides of the street there. They may let, handicapped people or something park in those areas. I don't know. But I'll leave that. I suggest we leave all that to Public Works and let them take it to the outside and keep things safe. There will also be a police officer there, a deputy there.
Okay, cool.
And the orange is the pedestrian walks, the crosswalks. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Thank you, Holly. Say hi, say thanks to Jay as well.
Yes, will do. I'll probably create a key on this map where I add the designated space names, or I'll clean this up for sure before we send it out. Sharon, maybe we can just go ahead and email it out to all the candidates so they're aware.
I've been asked already for that information, so that's why I wanted to start moving forward now that I got back from vacation. Now that I'm back from goofing off. Okay,
I don't know.
and any other things to discuss today?
So when are we going to think now about how we're going to check the addresses as people come in the door in case, I don't know, we get a whole bunch of people coming in the door?
Um,
So because
are
we're
you
going to
talking-
check I'm talking, oh, so sorry. I am talking about when we are doing the ballot pickup day.
yeah, okay. Actually, what I was thinking about in there is we would simply put only allow one person inside at a time, and we'll actually
Right.
put our table right up to or near the double doors.
Uh-huh.
So a person can come in, walk up the couple of steps, be serviced at the table there, and then exit down the ramp,
Right.
which is
That's
the second
good.
door. So that would be the flow. And they'd never really come in the building unless it's like just stepping in if we have to do something because of the doors.
Uh-huh.
Peggy, Dominic, one of the things Holly told me is that she's got to show us a procedure for shutting off the electronic system that handles those doors and the security.
Okay.
So she'll brief us on that.
Okay. Okay, great. When would we do that? I mean, the briefing?
I don't know precisely. Holly, if I don't get with her earlier, she's going to be there the first Saturday morning to tell me how, and then I could come the other 2 Saturdays and tell you guys.
Well, Dominic and I are planning on coming, remember, to do the whole.
Oh, the first
setup
one,
with
yeah.
you.
So
Yeah.
Holly will be there to help us do it the first time. And,
Okay,
and
great.
so if all 3 of us are there, she'll be able to brief all 3 of us at the same time.
All right, and then for those, so somebody's gonna come in and they're gonna say, we want the ballot, and then somehow we need to check their address. And if they're not in the town, we can say, if they're not in the town legitimately, we can say, sorry, you're not, in a town address.
That's right.
If they are in the town, or if they are in the town, but then we will go look at them in the registry.
No,
No?
not that day.
Oh, good.
If they're the way the code reads now is someone would come in, minus COVID. If someone would come in the town hall, they would get to speak with the town clerk, Sharon. They would have filled out that application, give that application to her. All Sharon does is verify that street address and house number is in the town. If it is, she signs the little approved box.
Okay.
Then it's forwarded to the board, and then the board does the registration thing later. I don't think we should try to do that day because that would back up a line.
Well, that's what I was thinking about, is how would we do all those parts. But okay, great.
And the other thing I was thinking about, Peggy, was putting a couple of tables outside. If it's not raining, put a couple of tables outside and let them on their own pick up the application and fill it out if they need to.
Okay. Well, that sounds good. Yeah, of course. I mean, otherwise they're going to come over and we give them an application and then they have to step away and fill it in. Right?
If they need an application, I'm hoping most people have already filled it out and are just coming to pick up the ballot. But no, you're right. They'll come pick up an application. We have them out on the Dropbox as well.
Okay,
The
yeah,
application is on the side of the Dropbox.
okay, good. Okay, good. Mhm. And we can, when we come in on that first day that you're starting it, I think we'll probably, I'll talk about it again.
Yeah.
I'll talk about it.
Right, I don't know how, we've never done this before, so I'm not really sure how it's gonna work, or I don't really know how many people are going to come.
Mhm.
That.
Well, I think one of you know what, I tell you, if you think, let's see. On those Saturdays, we probably won't be going too far on that, especially on your first Saturday. The Saturday the 17th, we're coming in the morning anyway, so, we might go for a bike ride or something because, well, that's what we do. But we'll be around, and if you find that it's just out of hand, then, call us.
Yeah,
We'll come
okay.
down and start doing that stuff because, like with Dominic and I, if it's out of hand, then the other one's going to be there. Or maybe we're both there anyway because we'll hang together.
Yeah,
But again,
and I may come
it
in
gets
and
out of
help you
hand.
guys as well, so
Yeah.
if it looks like it's gonna be bothersome, then yeah, the three of us, we're on each other's cell phones, so we can just call and ask for help.
Yes, absolutely. So, yes.
So let's see. So that there, okay. You're quite. So coming in on voting day, I'm planning on restricting the number of people that are actually inside the hall at any one time. I don't know
Okay.
I don't know what that number is yet. I do know that there'll be 2 stations for registration. I haven't decided how many places we should have for filling out the ballot. That's a little hard to keep that 6 foot there and have too many stations.
Yeah.
Of course, the DS200 is relatively fast, and once people have marked their ballot, you're great. And, it's one of the reasons I was hoping that people would get into their head that, hey, I can order a ballot, fill it out at home, go there on election day, and check in at the registration. I'll get a voter authority card. The judge will direct me over directly to the DS200, and I can insert my ballot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. It doesn't seem like too many people are doing it, actually.
Well, we got 400,
Maybe,
but
yeah, out of 3,000.
well, yeah, yes, but remember that on a big voting day, we only had less than 2,000 altogether. Now
Right.
we do have 3 mayor candidates, so maybe we'll get 2,000 voters.
It would just be like that this year.
Yeah. Well, some people are also concerned about COVID, so I don't know how many will come.
Yeah.
There's no way to know
Nope.
that. But we do have, the good part is we've got 8 candidates for town council, and we have 3 candidates for mayor. So
That is so amazing.
yeah, so that's great. All right, so anything else to discuss?
I don't think so. Not for me.
Okay,
Not
so
for
then
Dominic.
Dominic,
Anything else?
No,
okay. So then
everything's good.
were you finishing something?
No, he just said everything's good.
Okay, all right. So then I suggest we close the meeting. 3 ayes and aye.
Aye.
Hi.
Thank you, Holly. Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you. All
Okay, you can shut her off
Okay.
now.
right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks a bunch.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.